Hi, this is Lanisha Hines, and this is my initial video response for Intro to Diversity for Educators, Section 3. First, what does diversity mean to me? Diversity is everything that makes us different from one another in things that are both above and below the surface of what we see every day. 5 words that I would associate with diversity would have to be differences, appreciation, likeness, worldview, and tolerance. Out of those 5, I would choose likeness as the most important to me because even though we are all different in many ways, we are alike in even more. And though this may hold true, diversity may be hard to tolerate because it's a lot easier to see the differences in people rather than what we do have in common with them. As a future educator, diversity in my classroom means that I must teach in an environment where my students feel safe, secure, comfortable, and equal to each other because I have an obligation not only to myself, but to my students, my school, their parents, the community, and everyone that's involved or impacted by our educational institutions. 5 words associated with personal ethics, from my opinion, would have to be understanding, appreciative, equal opportunistic, open-mindedness, and knowledgeable. I would have to choose appreciative as the one I'd like to expand upon because I think it's really, really important that as human beings that we appreciate the differences in other people because without those differences the world would be very mundane and just sometimes it's harder to appreciate differences that we see in other people because we can't look past the differences and just see the people for who they are. An educator's personal ethics play a major role on the implementation of a diverse teaching perspective in that his or her own code of ethics set the tone and mood of the classroom experience. Any prejudice or stereotypes a person harbors through ignorance can and probably will create a negative learning community for his or her own students. From this class, I do have a few expectations. I believe that every person has their own prejudices, and I don't expect to completely rid myself of them. But I do expect to grow as a future educator and to put any stereotypes aside or completely eradicate some of them in order to provide a better learning environment for my students in